I bet you don't know who CD Leet is, and I didn't either until today. I'm going to tell you all about him and how he is relevant in American history. Stick around. Good morning, all you YouTube detectorists. My name is Tony and this is 5280 Adventures. We are out hunting again today and I found some pretty incredible and interesting history. I went home and did some research on it. I'm gonna show you the clip right now of me finding it as well as a history clip afterwards. So stick around if you wanna learn about old ammunition in America. All right, just came over and to Cindy and it looks like she's got another, like a 54 cartridge, but on the bottom, I think that says CDL. And again, just like Ken's, this is the first time we've dug anything with those initials on there. CDL, I'm almost positive that's what that says. I'm gonna clean it, get a really good picture of it. But that is, I love that. Just kind of like personalized. And then of course you can do a little bit more research on it. So what a cool piece of history right there. In the early part of 1860, Charles D. Leet was an employee of Smith & Wesson, who at the time were making industry-leading firearms that could fire a fully self-contained cartridge. In the latter part of that year, he was involved in the production of rimfire cartridges in Springfield, Massachusetts, as partner to Derek Goff in Leet Golf & Company. In 1862, the company name was changed to C.D. Leet & Company, and in 1864 it changed again to C.D. Leet. It was only under the company name of C.D. Leet that a head stamp is known to have been used, including an L on their 32 rimfire cartridges and CDL on their larger cartridges. Because the head stamp cartridges were made over only a 2-year period, they are scarce today and usually demand high prices when they can be found in original boxed packaging. Including both the L and CDL head stamps, there are 12 different head-stamped CD Leet cartridges that I'm aware of to be collected. The biggest success for Leet came not in the rimfire cartridges, but in the area of the pinfire cartridges. September 28, 1861 marked the entrance of pinfire arms into the Civil War. On this date, the U.S. government bought 52 La Facheux revolvers and ammunition from a New York gun dealer. A month later, Colonel Schuyler purchased 10,000 La Facheux model 1854 revolvers directly from Eugene La Facheux in France. Colonel Schuyler brought back approximately 200,000 rounds of ammunition with his large purchase of revolvers, but 20 cartridges per gun was clearly not going to be enough to make this a useful weapon in the war. So, at the beginning of January 1862, Lieutenant Treadwell of the Frankfurt Arsenal met with Christian Sharps to talk about manufacturing pinfire cartridges, submitting an order with C. Sharps & Company on January 6th. That following day, the Sharps Company accepted the order and its terms. They were supposed to have delivered 50,000 cartridges by 1st of February, 200,000 by the end of February, and 400,000 cartridges per month until they reached 1 million cartridges delivered. By late February, Treadwell had still not received anything from Christian Sharps, so the Frankfurt Arsenal was given the okay to buy 200,000 cartridges from a different manufacturer. Meanwhile, near the end of January, Schuyler, Hartley, and Graham had contacted the Arsenal with an offer to provide pinfire cartridges. This offer went unanswered until a month later when the Arsenal was given permission to seek another manufacturer. Now obviously the firm of Schuyler, Hartley, and Graham was not a manufacturer of ammunition. They did, however, contract with C.D. Leet to begin the manufacturing of the cartridges. The initial order was to produce 250,000 pinfire cartridges. March 20th brings the first correspondence from Christian Sharps since the initial order for pinfire cartridges. In his letter to the new commander of the Frankfurt Arsenal, he said that they were still working on the process of making the cartridges and were having a hard time with it. Additionally, they also needed to move to a new location because of the Philadelphia laws not allowing them to have more than 25 pounds of powder on their premises. This news causes the commander to seek out another vendor to provide pinfire cartridges. He ends up contracting with W.P. Wilstach on March 25th to furnish 1 million cartridges. W.P. Wilstach was in the saddlery and hardware business. and did not actually make cartridges, so they subcontracted their pinfire cartridge order to Allen and Wheelock of Worcester, Massachusetts. April 14th brings the very first delivery of US-made pinfire cartridges. On this day, CD Leet delivered their first lot of 50,000 cartridges. The letter pictured is dated April 26th and is from CD Leet to the Ordnance Department requesting payment for the first delivery. The Ordnance Department approved the payment on April 30th, thus sending a payment of $856.25 for CD Leet that same day. I believe that the box variation on the bottom right in the following picture are the boxes that were used for the whole first and maybe second order. CD Leet delivers second batch of 88,000 pinfire cartridges in the very beginning of May. May 3rd, the Arsenal orders an additional 200,000 more pinfire cartridges from CD Leet. May 16th, CD Leet delivers the last of that first order. At the end of May, on May 30th, W.P. Wilstach delivered 202,800 cartridges, which had lots of failures and was generally unsatisfactory. June 7th, Christian Sharp finally delivers 46,000 that were accepted. This is all that ended up being accepted by the government. The final order of pinfire cartridges was December 10th, 1863, for 76,000 cartridges from CD Leet. This lays out that three distinct parties made pinfire cartridges in the United States, separate from each other, for the Civil War. Allen and Wheelock made the most at 1 million pinfire cartridges. CD Leet made 526,000. And from the original order, Sharps made and delivered a disappointing 46,000 cartridges. With almost 1.6 million pinfire cartridges made for the Civil War, CD Leet was the only manufacturer who seemed to have had no quality issues with the cartridges they delivered. In addition to the pinfire pistol cartridges and the rimfire rifle cartridges, CD Leet also patented and produced the first paper shot shell with a metallic base in the United States. The patent specifically talks about using a centerfire boxer primer, but they also made a pinfire variation in 10 gauge and 12 gauge. Shells with different primers inside, different case lengths, and varying brass base lengths are known to exist. And now you know just a little bit more about ammunition manufacturing by CD Leet.
Definitely some interesting stuff there about ammunition during the Civil War time. I didn't know those things. When we find that history out here and there's some things that we can do some research on, I love being able to do that. I go home, sit on Google, and just type it in, research it for hours, and learn. That's why I love this hobby so darn much. Incredible find there, definitely for sure. Love the history of CD Leet. I knew nothing about him. Very, very interesting man there for sure. I want you to continue watching some metal detecting adventures out here in Colorado. Click on that video right there. You're gonna really enjoy it. And if you like a long playlist, click right there. That's got all of our hunts out here in Colorado. Guys, I appreciate all the support that you give me on this channel. And as always, I will see you on the next adventure. Take care.